I feel like I'm a completely different person, really, and I'm just much more well-rounded, not in terms of just my skill sets, but just overall knowledge. And I'm like a real digital marketer now. Hi, my name's Elizabeth. I'm an account manager here at Search It Local, and I've been here for nearly a year. Yeah. So the first thing that happens when we come in is we get together, we have a little morning huddle in the morning, and we say one thing we're all grateful for. And I think that's really awesome because it really sets the tone for the day. After that, we go around and we share one thing that we learnt from the day before, or one video or piece of information that we've learnt. And I think this has been so great for all of us, really, because not only are we able to learn one concept, but really like 10 at a time every single morning. So that's really like supercharged our learning, which is awesome. Culture here at Search It Local, I'd say, is like one of the best things about being here. There is an open door policy with the management, so I always feel welcomed and encouraged to go speak to my managers if I ever have an issue, and I learn so much from them, and I just overall have so much respect for them. Another thing is the team. We're just like so much fun. Everyone is like, they're so lovely and funny and interesting at the same time. So in between my meetings, because my days are quite full, you can just find me making jokes with Chris around the corner. We have so much fun here in the team, but the best thing is like no one takes themselves too seriously. So there's a lot of banter going around, but at the same time, everyone works really hard and everyone's super talented. So I'm always learning so much from my colleagues, and I'm really grateful for that. So honestly, the learning curve here at Search It Local has been like tremendous. So if you met me a year ago, I was a lot more timid, a lot more unsure of what was going on, especially when it comes to like how to deal with conflict. But now, if you throw me into any situation, I'll be able to come out unscathed and get the best resolution for all of my clients. So yeah, I feel like I'm a completely different person, really, and I'm just much more well-rounded, not in terms of just my skill sets, but just overall knowledge. And I'm like a real digital marketer now. So what my day as an account manager looks like is basically I'm pretty much spending the whole day just talking to clients. So the bulk of my day is on calls speaking to them. And I'm pretty much just updating them on their campaign, but more so I'm trying to extract as much value as I can for each client. So using my marketing knowledge and also the knowledge of the rest of the team, we try to deliver as much value as we can for each client. So on top of their campaign, whether it be their SEO campaign or their paid ads campaign, we also try to do a lot more things, such as helping them optimize their website, helping them create content. So I feel like my role as an account manager, we really are like their value add and their growth coaches, really. I feel like the person who would thrive here at Search It Local is someone who is just genuinely really curious about the world, about themselves, about their clients, and someone who has a student mentality. They're always willing to learn and trying to keep up to date with knowledge and just trying to better themselves. So as an account manager, how you can do well here is if you bring, I think, organizational skills. And if you're good at multitasking, this is a really fun job as well, because you have to keep track of like hundreds of clients at a time. So it's a lot to like have on your plate, but I personally enjoy that. Also, if you like a fast-paced environment and you're up for challenges, this is definitely a place for you, because every day it definitely is very upbeat. You're doing a lot of things at once. So it's really fun. The three best things about working here is, number one, the people, hands down. They're so much fun. We have a good time at work, but at the same time, we get work done. You learn so much from them. They're super talented. Second thing is the learning curve here, because our team, it's like a flat structure organization. You get to do a lot of things, not just within your role, but you can help out with other aspects of the company as well. The third reason why I love working here is for my role, I get to speak to people all day from hundreds of different industries. So the amount of knowledge I know about a lot of different industries, you won't get this experience anywhere else. The top three achievements that I've seen my clients conquer in my time here is number one, I have this one client who was able to triple his revenue within a time span of 3 months. So I thought that was really amazing. For a lot of my other clients, I think it's been really great me taking them on as a client, going from not having any leads or clients at all to now their problem is that they're growing too quickly or they don't know how to hire people. So watching them evolve through that journey has been really exciting. And the third one, well, this is kind of like my own personal accomplishment, but I love being able to take on a client who isn't really that knowledgeable about marketing. And by the end of working with me, they're so well versed. They know so much about marketing. They probably don't even need me anymore. But it's been amazing watching them grow in their experience and in their knowledge in marketing, really. And I'll give you another bonus accomplishment. Basically, I've had clients where they had like marketing going on, but their sales process wasn't very refined. So we just went in and helped them review it, made a few tweaks, and ever since then, they've been like sales guns, really. One of the most rewarding things about my role personally is I've just learnt and grown so much as a person here in the short time that I've been here. So I can't imagine what it'll be like if I'm here for a few more years. And I say the second thing about my role as an account manager is the opportunity to talk to so many people on a daily basis and learn so many things about so many people in different industries. The amount of knowledge that I've been able to gain, you can't learn this anywhere else.
So my name is Geeroh. I'm one of the account managers here, and then been here for about almost a year now. Soon, a couple of weeks. So the way that our day starts is we usually get into the office at about 8:30, and everybody's gathering up to the spot, and then we're all going to circle around and then basically talk about what we're grateful for, whether it's for the day, for the weekend. And then if they're the first time arrivals, they usually have to be ready with the fun fact. I wasn't ready with the first time, and then that caught me off guard. So fair warning to whoever's going to join this company, better be ready with one. The day is always different because it depends on like which client you're going to take on for every single day. Some of them you may have to meet at like late hours, some of them the early hours, but that's totally fine. You may have to meet them in different time zones. And then for me, a day-to-day would basically be a bunch of meetings, not just with the clients, but also internally, because we have to brainstorm some ideas. And the next thing, we have to get some stuff done, and we have to just come up with an idea as a company. And I think that's kind of what is a day-to-day right now. And it's always like different, even though it's going to be like mostly meetings. It's always generally different every day. The culture of Search It Local is very much different from any other corporate place I've worked in. I've worked in retail. I've worked in several other companies before, but then coming into the company, it just basically shook my worldview. Well, the culture is not like one of those ladderized career companies where like, okay, stay here a few years, you'll get to here. Stay here a few years, you get to here. You can pretty much move in a very flexible manner depending on your passions. And I'm hoping to also explore that somewhere down the track when then I have the opportunity. Well, I guess from a career perspective, accounts is basically a place where you can pretty much learn from any single industry depending on the people that you speak to. But at the same time, you don't really get to have that much implementation as much as like in the fulfillment team where they get to create the content. And for me, I guess somewhere down the track, I would want to create content as well, because I think that would be more interesting to do. I think I came in saying that I was going to offer a wealth of knowledge similar to, how you would be overconfident in an interview. It's like, I'm going to bring so much stuff into this company. It's going to be awesome. But it actually happened in reverse, that I actually got a lot more from this company coming in as far as the learning is concerned. And then over time, I was able to develop a bit more of a backbone to say, oh, hey, by the way, based on the stuff that we've been doing these past couple of weeks, this is what actually works. And then that became more of a stronger opinion rather than, oh, I learned this at uni, but that wasn't tested out as well as it was at that time. I've learned a lot from the clients as well, as far as how their business is being run and what works, what not works. But from inside the company, there's always something new every day. And the fact that I guess there was one where we were learning about the spelling of marketing is test, or we go through these videos time and time and again. And then much of that is our daily learning as well. Whenever we go through the greats like Alex Hormozy or Seth Godin, the godfather of advertising. And then we have Neil Patel, and there's so many different teachers out there in and out of the company. And then being able to just take every single piece of that and then being able to implement it in every single call is what makes it, I guess, a day-to-day learning. What we do is we go to meet with all of the teams, whether it's in fulfillment and support, and we share all of the different videos that we think would be interesting to share and implement. Especially now that I think our theme of the week is questions and how to ask them better for clients, so that we'll be able to find out the root cause of more problems. So I would look into some videos that had, okay, what are the best ways to answer different questions? How should I be asking questions in a way that they don't sound offended, but at the same time feel like, yeah, I'm being listened to? And then, yeah, it's always changing. Almost every week, there's a new lesson to be learned and a new topic to explore, depending on what's going on a day-to-day. Well, it depends, I guess, on what problem we're trying to solve. First off is to find out what exactly is they're ailing from. It's kind of like how a doctor would go in and say, tell me what's wrong. There was a time where one of the clients actually called me a therapist at some point, because they were like, mate, I've never been asked these questions before. And then over time, this is where we like get to know each of the clients a bit more, because you would never really have these deeper conversations anywhere out there. Like, I've been on the other end of the agency side where I was the client for a bit, and you don't get this much level of questioning. The purpose of the question is just to get them to open up a little bit more and being able to just find the things that have been bothering them. And then from there, you can use whatever they're saying into figuring out a solution together. I think it's mainly to do with being able to talk to different industries and different professionals and finding out what works in their areas, and being able to share that story across with different clients as well, and just creating this pool of collaboration, not just between you and the clients, but you and the team, and basically saying, hey, this is what worked. Hey, this is awesome. Let's try this out. Let's try this out. And having that circle, I would say, of like collaboration.
No worries. Hopefully you can edit the shit out of that.
No,